older generation, where everything's equal, I think the pendulum has only swung. I think now it's starting to come back, because I think our parents' generation, I mean, my parents certainly are, because we're not going to go through the same thing that we went through again.
Yeah.
Because about that time when my parents pass, we'll have it back to a good spot, and then we're going to start over. Well, I think in this next generation, I think it's going to get better.
I do too, just because people are valuing conversation. They're valuing relationships again. They'll be like, this is the way we've always done it. That
Right.
term, it's being questioned seriously. Why are we doing things? What's our goals? How do we want to hand this off? It's things that it's in the past. I think it was things that were expected.
Mm-hmm.
This is just expected of you, but it was never talked about.
Right.
And so, it's our job to, hey, we are going to have this conversation.
Right.
This sibling is not going to inherit something. This sibling is. This is, we're going to take care of mom and dad in this plan. Mom and, I am going to retire here. I want you boys to know that you're not going to work indefinitely just because dad wants to, be the boss as long as he possibly can.
Right.
I have an exit date.
Right.
I have one personally set. My goal is to be able to walk away from the farm when I'm 50. Now, that's my goal. I don't know if I'll hit it. It's a goal.
Right.
If my boys will be in their mid to later 20s, and I hope that they're at a point if they are at a point where they can run the operation without much guidance, I want to be able to step aside and pass the torch. I have so much to do after I turn 50. It's not even like I got some crazy goals, and I want to do that. I don't want to be 75 years old and not have the energy and the ability to do what I worked my whole life to be able to do.
Well, right. And pass on.
Yeah.
You want them to do it.
We're back to the base point of communication.
That's
absolutely.
Right.
You have that thought in your head, communicate it with your wife, communicate it with your boys.
That's right.
Because if you wait till you're 50 and then you drop that bombshell and be like, peace out.
Right.
Yeah. Haven't committed
done.
well.
Yep. The thing about this is
I know a guy.
That's tough.
I know
right?
a guy, his father-in-law retired, and he gave no warning.
Yep.
Do you buy me out
this
or I'm selling?
This has to be communicated.
Right.
For years.
And then
a decade.
And then yet
Let's
father-in-law's
talk about
pissed
it.
if you don't buy him out.
Right. Yeah.
What the?
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think one of the most this is a little bit of a shift. So how do we grow? How do we raise the next generation to then take over and be responsible? Like, one thing I try to tell my boys twice a day is, I am proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
I am proud of you. And, when they do something right, not when they do something stupid.
Right.
But, hey, I love you. I am proud of you. And I think all of us, I don't know anyone that has ever in their life
heard that,
no matter what, said my so-and-so told me they were proud of me and they loved me too much.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never met someone.
No,
All I have ever met is someone said, I wish someone would say that they were proud of me or that they loved me.
That's a take home.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I think that's, it's not going to be growing the operation, maybe, but I think it's, hey, how did we raise someone who deserves the operation and then hand the operation off in an honorable manner?
Just leave it in a better state than what you got it in.
100%.
About every farmer I meet wants that.
That's right.
I want to leave the ground better than when I found it.
That's right. You can apply the same thing to the baby right here.
The family, the farm, the land.
And in our generation, I feel like it's just a big juggling ball, and we're just trying to do this and just so we can do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It is.
It
is.
Yeah.
Just don't get too big of a ball.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's harder to balance.
Because then all you're doing is just managing a whole bunch of people and this and then I don't know. I mean, and that's different for everybody.
Absolutely.
But
if you want to be the world's biggest farmer, go ahead, man.
Yeah, go ahead. That's
I don't
fine.
want
It's
to.
great. I
won't be right there with you, pal. Nope.
Yeah.
You're on your own.
Yep.
So, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. That's the first part 1 and 2 of Protect Our Farms.
Thanks for having us, Josh.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
dude,
really enjoyable.
Yeah, I hope this continues. This is I told Aaron and Kirk, I was like, this isn't going to be in every podcast thing, because we have a crap ton to learn from Johnny. But hey, how do we let's bring? let's bring value in, but then let's have some of these conversations. If it promotes conversation on another operation, it was worth it.
Yep.
Just
That's right.
Even if it doesn't, this,
Yep.
just having the conversation between like-minded people has so much value.
We might be helping somebody we have no idea about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope they reach out to somebody.
I've had them. I know because they have called me. They have talked to me.
I talked to a good friend that was going through some stuff when we were going through our stuff, and I said, if I could help one operation not go through what we went through, it would be worth it then to understand that that's why we had to do what we did, so I could help so-and-so.
It's farmers helping farmers,
So,
man.
if anybody's out there, reach out, because I would love to help somebody not go through what we did.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. It's part of that talk of being vulnerable.
That's right.
And then having a network of guys around you that,
and I say that almost with tears in my eyes, but it just...
The talk necessarily.
no one has it all together.
Yeah, it's not the talk that's hard. It's getting the gumption to talk about
That's
it.
right.
That's always the hardest part.
Sure. And there's being the person that is becoming vulnerable, and then there's the person who is receiving someone that comes to me and is being vulnerable. Hey, how do I care for this person? How do I make sure that this person is being impacted positively? It's being a good friend, man.
That's right.
It's being a good friend.
Exactly.
And so how do you, and I think we all need to be conscious of being and vigilant of always becoming, doing better and dying to self.
Right.
Really, it's dying to self and quit focusing on ourselves as much. And how
because-
can we, what impact do you want to leave?
You never know what someone else is going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you want to die with a barn full of brand new equipment, or do you
Right.
want to die with a bunch of people at your funeral that said, hey, this
how
guy
many
was my
people are
friend?
going to show up at your funeral?
Right.
Yep.
That's your final report card.
No one cares how much you
Your
farmed.
kids, do your kids not show up? Do you have friends? These are all things of
That's
where
the
do you want to
meaning-
make an impact?
That's the legacy.
It is.
You know.
It is. Yeah. So, guys, if you've liked the information that you've seen so far, go ahead and check out the full-length podcast on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe there. It's also on all the major podcast platforms. We're constantly dropping info and more content on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Check it out for a lot more content